Welcome and welcome back to Minecraft. Before we begin, I want to show you a setting. When I created this brave new world, I toggled show coordinates. If you've already created your world, don't worry, you can still change it in settings. You also don't have to do this, but I find it very useful. So you've just created a new world in Minecraft Survival. Fantastic, it's very exciting. But now what do you do? Where do you go? What do you do after that? I mean, you want to kill the Ender Dragon, don't we all? But that lies far ahead, and killing the Ender Dragon is also just another beginning. It's not an end in itself. Consider this, if you want to kill the Ender Dragon, you need to activate an end portal, and to activate an end portal you need to find a stronghold. But to find a stronghold you need to craft an Eye of Ender, actually more than one. And to craft an Eye of Ender you need to kill not only an Enderman, but also a blaze, and to do that you need to get to the Nether, and for that you need a Nether portal, which means you need obsidian, and so on, all the way to today, your first day in Minecraft Survival. That's what this series is all about. I intend to have as much fun as possible while I document, in a straight line by the shortest route possible, how to progress step by step in Minecraft Survival. I'll explain what we're doing and why, and I'll move things along from day one. That's the cool part. You can do your own thing and come back if you need to, or just follow along. This is a good world. I see plenty of trees. I'm near the sea, and it looks like there are plenty of places where I can create my first den. For starters, we're going to cut at least 4 blocks of wood, craft a crafting table, and use it to craft a wooden sword, a wooden axe, and a wooden pickaxe. I'll use the axe on the crafting table. I don't want to leave it behind. Now I'll cut as much wood as I can. I'll also use the wooden sword to hunt animals. I'll do a little exploring and keep an eye out for finds in the immediate area. I won't travel far. It's easier if you stay near where you spawn. I'll explain why later. I'm looking for anything interesting, but coal, ore, lava, sugarcane and crops, especially melons, are super important. You might even see a ruined portal or an interesting cavern. I think that's sugarcane over there. If it is, score 1 for me. That's an important crafting resource. Right now, I just want to recce and gather. You want to pick up as many saplings and sticks as you can. The trees you harvested will drop them, and maybe some apples, but make sure you harvest the entire tree trunk, from top to bottom. While you're hunting, you'll be stocking up on raw meat, future food you might say. Pigs only give pork, but with other animals that's not all you get. Hunt sheep and you'll get wool for making a bed. Chickens give you feathers for crafting arrows, and cows, I haven't seen any yet, provide leather, another useful resource we are after. Remember to keep an eye on the sun. As it gets closer to sunset, you want to think about creating a den. A den is a simple, safe place where we can assess what we've gathered, craft what we need, and place some chests for our resources. But more importantly, it is a starting point for the next phase, mining. Right now we need weapons and armor, so iron ore is a top priority. To create a den, use the wooden pickaxe to tunnel into the nearest rock face. Go in at 2 blocks high. If you can't do that, then tunnel downward into the ground at an angle. If you're on sand, you're going to have a problem, but tunneling steadily downward at an angle should get you to rock. You can safely create your den there. Place the block at the entrance so mobs can't get in, and tunnel out a basic rectangle. We'll enlarge it shortly. Now we can relax and assess, and craft what we need for stage 2. Let's take a look. Here's our inventory. We've got our crafting table, we've got some blocks of wood, we've got cobblestone, we've got sticks, we've got a few feathers, we've got raw chicken, and we've got our wooden pickaxe, axe, and sword. We've also got some mutton, we've got wool, we've got pork. Remember the brown sheep? Well, it gave us brown wool. We've got 1 stripped block of birch, that's pretty random. And finally, 3 birch saplings. To start off with, we need to find a place for our crafting table. First things first, we need a furnace. A furnace is crafted from cobblestone. I guess we'll place it here, next to the crafting table. Now I'll place half the birch wood in the furnace and use this random strip log as fuel to start things off. What we're after here is charcoal. Now I'll add the saplings. I mean, it makes sense to burn them up. And then the wooden pickaxe, and then the axe, and finally the sword. We don't need any of them anymore. Now I've got charcoal, so let's use it as fuel. Let's look at our crafting. We've got a few things to do. We need to create some planks for chests and also some sticks. I'm not worried about creating a bed yet. We've got plenty of time. I've crafted planks and a good couple of sticks. So next we can craft some stone pickaxes. 3 should be enough. Finally, we'll make 2 chests. One I'll call the trip chest. It's for when we go exploring, and the other is just for storage. Let's get more charcoal out of the furnace. Return to our crafting table and combine the charcoal with sticks and craft some torches. Torches and pickaxes. You can see where I'm going. Yep, it's all downhill from here. What I've been very interested in but ignoring while we've been doing our crafting is this iron ore. We really got lucky with this. I'm going to stoke up the furnace and turn the last wood into charcoal. And then while that's going on, I can mine the iron ore and enlarge the den. Doesn't that look much better? I've placed some torches, cooked all the meat, and placed the 2 chests. The trip chest is here near the door, which makes sense, and the other one is here, close to the crafting table. We'll stash the wool, we don't need it yet, and also the sticks and feathers. We'll need them later. The rocks and dirt can also go into this chest. Oh, and the brown wool, let's not forget that. Most of the food can go into the trip chest, and the raw iron can go into the furnace. That's lightened the load and we're ready for the next step. What I want before I mount my first major exploration expedition is iron armor, a shield, an iron sword, and an iron pickaxe. That's not too much to ask.